Shalom, I'm Eli Kowaz, coming to you with Israel Policy Forum's 120 Project weekly Israeli election update. A number of Israeli political parties are going through primaries and leadership races to determine who will lead different tickets on election day. These races could very well shape the outcome of the fall vote and the next Knesset, as different party heads set the tone for their respective factions' campaigns. First up, when it comes to the leftist party Meretz, the race is Gal On. Former Meretz leader Zahava Galon, who left politics, is emerging from retirement to make a bid for her party's leadership. Galon served as a member of Knesset for Meretz from 1999 to 2017, chairing the party from 2012 to 2018. Since then, she has been a columnist for Haaretz, a television pundit, and she launched the human rights NGO Zulat. The primary, set for August 23rd, will pit Galon against Yair Golan, the former deputy IDF chief of staff, who entered politics in 2019 as part of the Democratic Union Alliance, later formally joining Meretz. The party's current head, Nitzan Horovitz, health minister, resigned from his leadership position, while Environmental Protection Minister Tamar Zandberg, who had succeeded Galon as party chair in 2018, will not be running for Knesset at all this year. According to polling from Israel's Channel 13, Galon left politics unpopular among Meretz voters 4 years ago, but her reputation has rebounded and could lead the party to at least a 5-seat finish. Good news for a faction seemingly treading water around the electoral threshold. For Merav Michaeli, vying for her party's leadership was a labor of love. Michaeli was re-elected to head Labor this week, becoming the first Labor leader to keep her position since the party began holding open leadership primaries 30 years ago, with a very convincing 82% of the vote. Michaeli beat out a challenge from party secretary Eran Chelmoni, who sought a more centrist course for Labor, as several previous Labor leaders in recent years have. Prime Minister Yair Lapid, whose Yesh Atid party served in the outgoing coalition with Labor, congratulated Michaeli on her victory. Meretz leadership aspirant Zahava Galon also shared a Mazal Tov, along with an invitation to run Meretz and Labor as a joint list if Galon is elected to lead her party in August. It's important to remember that Meretz and Labor ran as part of a joint ticket in 2020, along with Gesher. Remember Orly Levy? Pretty sure she's in the Likud. On the other end of the political spectrum, way on the other end, there's also far-right unity in the works. Otzma Yehudit, or Jewish Power, the Kahanist faction led by Itamar Ben-Gvir, will remain part of the far-right-wing alliance called Religious Zionism, led by Bezalel Smotrich. Ben-Gvir had threatened to make an independent run for the Knesset, which would likely put both Otzma Yehudit and Religious Zionism near the electoral threshold. But Ben-Gvir and Smotrich met on Tuesday to iron out the differences between the far right and the even farther right, with the likely outcome being that Smotrich will continue to head the united ticket, with Ben-Gvir given the second spot on the alliance's list, despite Ben-Gvir performing better in some polls. If nothing else, it's hard to see Benjamin Netanyahu letting any right-wing votes go to waste. It was Bibi who midwifed the initial far-right alliance, and he could step in again as the campaign progresses in order to ensure that Ben-Gvir and Smotrich make it comfortably over the electoral threshold. With all this in mind, let's take a look at the polls. For more on upcoming Israeli elections, read the latest Cop-Out column at israelpolicyforum.org/column. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button on our website to receive our latest updates and analysis. Until next week, I'm Eli Kowaz for Israel Policy Forum, signing off. Yalla bye!